Beyonce-inspired theme, and Kayla is feeling pretty down about her audition. Welcome to the Bring It After show on AFTERBUZZ TV network. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, everybody.
It's a little live version for y'all out there.
Yes. Live version of Beyonce's Freedom. Of course, this was the song they were dancing to when they were in the pool.
Oh,
loved it.
so much. We were talking about before we started that the difference that it makes seeing the real clips from you guys as opposed to how it's edited in the show.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Of course, you guys, you can find this on YouTube, of course, and see how they really much copied the dance. It was like mimic.
Yeah.
And it was really good.
Yeah.
They did a good job.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm. Well, hello, everybody.
Tamra's stamp of approval. That's okay.
It's great. Tamra says so. Hello, everybody. I'm one of your hosts, Howard III. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Howard III. And, of course, my website, howardthird.com. Miss Tamra, where can we find you?
I'm on Twitter at Brown Tamra or on Instagram at Tamra_blue. I got to fix my website. I had to take it down. I got to put it back up.
Speaking of that, I have to fix my Twitter. Everybody, my Twitter is like just shooting out spam. I don't know what's going on. If anybody knows how to get that taken
I was
down.
wondering why you were tweeting Beyonce sucks all day. I didn't know what that was about. I was like, Howard, you don't think that. What is this?
I don't want the beehive coming after me. Could you imagine?
Trying to start a Twitter war.
Oh my gosh. But really, if anybody knows how to get that to stop, because I changed my password.
He's in Riri's corner. That's what that was about.
I do love Rihanna. So let's get into it. Season 4, episode 13, Lemons to Lemonade. All Beyonce. Of course, I loved it.
Yep.
So we
Who
open
doesn't?
up. Who doesn't, right? A few haters out there, but that's all right. So we open up with Kayla and her mom going on a little walk. I love how they are still walking, still exercising, getting that fresh air.
Yep.
And Kayla talks about how she is still hurt from her audition in LA. How she didn't get
It's kind of a rude awakening for Kayla.
Yeah. And I think we were talking about that last week, how it's a little hard when people come out to LA, they think one thing, and then, especially when you're not used to rejection, it's kind of like, wow, like it took a piece out of her.
And especially when you are a big fish in a small pond, like Kayla is known as an amazing dancer in Jackson, Mississippi, but when you get out to LA where there's dancers from literally all over the world, it's like it does not matter how good you are an amazing, this goes in dancing, this goes in acting, this is for musicians, this is for comedians, everything in LA, like you think of yourself as like the best of the best, but then you get here and you are up against the best of the best times 1,000, and it's just kind of like it's not good enough to be the best, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, story of my life.
I know we go through it every day.
Kayla, I'm pulling for you. I want you to succeed, girl. You deserve it.
You do. Oh, Kayla, why didn't you find like a hip hop only agency or just one of those small little agencies which she can grow with? Because
they definitely there are for sure there's just hip hop dancers for sure. I guess it's just a matter of even if you are going to be a hip hop dancer, which I'm sure Kayla is. It's not like she's trying to be a ballerina now. She just it's a matter of using that technique to improve what you're best at, your style, that you're going to be a hip hop dancer, but these little lyrical classes, ballet classes, that's going to help you be a better hip hop dancer. That's what she's doing, but still, we're pulling for you, Kayla.
Pulling for you, girl. Okay, and then we also see that it's a week out before the auditions for Broadway Dance Center.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah, that was so soon. It was it seems like just yesterday they were in New York, and they had the scholarship handed out to one of the girls.
Yeah. So
that's always great, and now they're getting ready for that. And then we also see that Coach D tells them that they will compete. They will be competing in a mirror challenge and creative dance, which we haven't been seeing too much dance battle
of the. Oh yeah.
competition.
Yeah, they're really trying other things this season, which is fun. It's been fun to see Mirror. It's been fun to see the captain battles, and it's been all of the different styles, the like non-stands that we're seeing. It's been fun to change it up. I think it's kind of like the dancing dolls have moved into their, now that the show's been on, so now that Bring It's been on for 4 seasons. I think Miss D has kind of moved beyond the like local competitions now, and so that's why they're doing these competitions that are set up specifically for the show. Do you know what I mean? Like, these aren't competitions that are happening in the city that the dolls happen to be competing in. These are ones that Miss D and the Bring Up producers specifically set up for the show.
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't know that.
So I wonder, but what my question is do they just not want to compete locally? Like in the competitions anymore? Are they, I think it seems to me like it's because the focus, Miss D just really wants to focus on the girls' careers more.
Yeah.
And, competing against other majorette teams like they used to, it needs to be more about the girls improving technique and stuff like that to really like launch them and more exposure on the show and stuff like that to really like help launch their careers. I think that's what she's going for. That's my guess. Yeah, what do you think?
I think so too. I think she's preparing these girls. I think she sees the other girls kind of like dance moms, where these girls are taking off through the roof. I mean, that little girl Maddie is already, she's already Sia or Saya or whatever. But
and there's a trailer. Maddie there's a trailer out for a new movie that she's gonna be in. It's called I forget, Henry something. But it looks really good. It's got Naomi Watts. It stars Naomi Watts.
Wow.
And Maddie's got a big part in it. It's a super meaty role too. So it's like, let's get Cameron into that sort of, and Cameron's 16, Maddie is 14. Like, let's get, we need a little bit more push to get these girls out there.
Yeah, and I think Coach D is really noticing that. Like, these girls, they're on they're on 2 different dance level types, but they're still in the same dance world.
Yeah.
Where they could be on the same playing field. So go ahead, Coach D. She's like, girls, let's do this. If you want this, we can take it.
And one thing I just thought of too is that, one thing that could help the girls, I think, career-wise, is that Bring It is different from Dance Moms in many ways, but one of the ways is we don't see the girls' personalities outside of the 3 seconds when they're like, that dance was really hard, they say to the camera, or like, I don't know how we're gonna get this pool out on the stage, but like, I feel like in Dance Moms we would see the girls like break down a little bit more, have fights with their mom, like you'd see a little bit more like personality, and that kind of helped move, like I think that kind of helps get the girls a I don't know, because the Bring It girls have an equal amount of internet following.
Exactly.
But I feel like it would help them if we saw a little bit more personality.
I think so too, because these the little Dance Moms girls, they're out there just doing it,
cutting albums and stuff.
Yeah, and big overseas, and it's like these Bring It girls, our girls, they can do it. So go ahead, Dee for real.
Yeah.
So
absolutely, they've got way more personality. I would so much rather see the Bring It girls cut an album than the Dance Moms girls.
I mean, hey, we're rooting for you girls. So we see that the girls for the creative dance are going to do a Beyonce inspired theme, which we now know from the opening song we did here. And Coach D wants to do it in the pool. Well, in a pool, a blow-up pool. And at first I was like, what is she trying to do here? Like, is there going to be a pool at the place, at the competition? Or are they going to film it outside? Like, at first I was kind of confused. Like, how's she going to get this pool?
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's a bold move.
Yeah.
I think it was Shanika from the Purple Diamonds was like, is that a bounce house? Like, what is she pulling in there? But it's things like that where it's like Ms. D can do that now because, again, like, these are the competitions that it's for them. I don't think she could do that at a regular. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think she could do that if it were just the old school competitions that they used to do.
I don't
Maybe
think
she
so
could.
either. But hey, go ahead, Coach D. I mean, she got inspired from when the girls were out in LA and they did their choreographers challenge with Ashley. So they said, Coach D said, oh, why don't I just keep going on with this Beyonce thing and throw an actual Beyonce choreography?
Hell yeah.
And we see that the girls are going against their favorite rivalry team, the Purple Diamonds, and of course one of their other favorite teams, the Elite Stars of Nashville, with Tyrus. Yes.
I see like a what's the word? Like a team up coming together for the Elite Stars of Nashville. I feel like it's a matter of time. Miss D's opening up a studio in Nashville or something. They've got some sort of collaboration going on.
Really? I think it might be just more business wise. I
Yeah.
don't know about another store because she's not really even showing the Birmingham store,
Right.
her studio there.
Right.
We only saw them just a glimpse.
Yeah.
So I'm like, before you open up a whole other studio, get us a little bit more of these Alabama girls.
But you know, I love to see Tyrus. It's always so much fun. More Tyrus, more Tyrus. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Listen to us. So, of course, with the Purple Diamonds, all the trash talking, they're like, listen, they beat us once, we beat them once, we are coming for them. And, of course, they always do. It's always one of those teams that want to knock off the dolls. So we didn't really see too much of the DDPs, the moms, the parents.
It's all right with me.
Yeah, not too much, but I wish we would have saw a little bit more.
Although that was a super great, the little confrontation between Dana and Tina.
Yeah,
that was good. I think that felt organic. It felt real. It didn't feel like it was like produced for the show. You know, like Dana was really telling Tina, like, look, Kayla was the least noticed out of the 3 girls at the LA audition. You know, like she was, and that was true. And Dana was even saying, like, how can you even how can you disagree with what I'm saying? It only makes sense. Like,
right? Yeah,
that was a for real fight. Like, do you agree with Dana?
Yeah, well, a little bit, because Kayla's very talented, but she is just lacking a little bit more in the dance world. She's great in the hip hop world, but when you want to do an agency, you need to be an all-around dancer.
Yeah.
And the whole issue was her taking these classes from Tori. Yes, say what you want about Tori, but he can dance. You know what I mean? He's really great at ballet.
Yeah.
Why not use him? He's right here in your pocket. So it's kind of like, all right, let Kayla take the classes. I understand Tiffany doesn't like Tori, but not Tiffany. Sorry, Tina doesn't like Tori, but come on.
Yeah.
So sad. But that fight was real.
It was. That was good.
Very serious. Yeah. Both mama bears were like, we standing on our own. But we do see Kayla finally just shut it down. Was like, listen, let me go to Tori after talking to Coach D, which is what I love. I love when the girls go to Coach D for advice. And she was like, I want to do more. I need to do more, but I'm busy. Yeah. I'm doing school. I'm working here. I'm taking care of home.
She is just coasting, like Misty said. And that's a tough, when you're 19, 20, that's a tough time. Because that is a time where you're busy, but also you don't quite want to face the world yet. So I think it's pretty common for people when you're around that age to just kind of sit back and coast and not be too ambitious right then, which sucks because that's exactly when you have to get out there and start, making things happen, making connections and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's good that Kayla's realizing that now and she's doing something about it.
I'm just happy she's like taking the classes. I mean, I guess you do make time for the things you really want to do, but it's like, I feel you, Kayla. Like, it's hard. You try to have a social life. Yeah. You try to work, go to school, try to be there for your parents. And it's like, how can we add one more class onto the schedule? But I guess that separates the strong from the weak. So.
Yep. That's true.
Go ahead, girl. So we get back to practice, and the girls do their mirror challenge, which is something I always love. I love how they just prep for that. They're like, okay, give me 6 girls. The best 3 will stay on to compete.
Yeah.
And I love that back and forth. I just feel like that mirror challenge is so hard.
It is. It's really hard.
You never know, like, what the other person's going to throw out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or if you're competing against somebody that can throw a trick that you can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things like that. It's really hard. I'm glad. So Miss D chooses Michaela, Micaiah, and Tanisha.
Mm-hmm.
So I always love it when we get to see, one of the girls that we don't get to see that often. So Tanisha, it's fun I'm glad that she got to be part of the Mirror.
Yeah, me too. I was like, okay, Tanisha, because I think we've seen her before just a little bit, and she's still a really strong dancer.
Because she's Tamila's daughter in the DDP. So even though, but we still don't get to see her that much.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You know what? Slap me now. Why was this whole time was I thinking Tanisha was Tamila's daughter? Or Deja.
Wait, am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong.
I think Tanisha is Tamila's daughter.
I don't think you're wrong at all. But this whole time I was so confused. Oh my gosh.
Oh, y'all are going to give us hell for this.
Yeah, you are. Listen, it's a lot of girls. It's a lot of girls. But yeah, so I like how they added somebody we don't usually see, but we know that she's a great dancer because at least I've seen her in the back still getting it. So go ahead.
But I'm glad Miss D picked her because she is slowly making an effort to like give Angel, Angela, Deja, some of the girls that we don't see as much, putting them out there so that when the new girls or when the veteran girls move on, these girls won't automatically be thrust into the spotlight. So
that's true.
Yep.
I love these girls. So a little bit going back to Kayla, I love how Tori opened, like he had his arms open wide for her in class.
Yeah.
And it's only just a few people, but it looked like a great time. And we see that in practice, the girls didn't get to use water for the pool. Yeah. They didn't even have the pool until the last day, the day before practice, the day before competition. Coach D's like, okay, let me bring out the pool.
Yeah.
Like,
can you imagine dancing on a pool with water in it? Like, just a little. I mean, if there were more water in it, it would have been a little bit easier. But just that like inch of water that's going to be in there, that's when you slip and hit your head. Can you imagine dancing on that?
I'm like, they should have gave her maybe like some shoes, gave them like dance shoes or something, just something where it's like, okay, hopefully they just won't slip.
Yeah.
But it's like just a little bit of.
They're tough girls. Like Faith said, if she falls, at least she just got to keep going because it's when stopping that Miss D would get mad at her.
That's true. Yeah. But it's like you trip just hard enough. You're like, wait a minute. Then you got to do the whole dance on the floor. Swinging your head, swinging your arms, and trying to make sure that you just look right. So let's get a little bit into competition day here.
Okay.
It was a great one.
Yeah, so it's called the Southern Sleigh competition in Merriam, Mississippi, at the Temple Theater.
Look at them. So I love how the DDP's dressed up as characters from Lemonade.
Yeah.
Which they did before.
Oh, we should have done that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
But I love how they dressed up as Selena in her yellow dress, Mimi and Tina in the all black. I loved it. I like when they do their themes.
I know.
I really do.
Yeah, and when they're not too goofy, when they're like classy like that. I like them when they do the themes.
What did you think about Coach D and is it Shakira?
I think it's Shanika.
What did you think about Coach D and Shanika's meeting up in that little hallway? It's very brief.
That's fine.
I know you don't like the meetups. I know you don't.
Yeah. It's all right.
Did you think it was forced?
Not too bad. It was all right.
Yeah, it seemed kind of natural.
Yeah.
I thought it was natural. I was like, okay. It doesn't look like they just said, talk to her.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't
Say something.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, she actually had some reason to go over there and talk to her, talk a little trash. There's something else. So it's finally round 1 of the Mirror Challenge, which we already said is a difficult challenge. And I didn't know how this went because it looked like it was the Purple Diamonds versus Elite of Nashville versus the Dolls. Did it look like 3? It looked like 1 was going another team and another team?
Yeah, I was confused too because of the fact that when they were in practice, Miss D kept saying, we're going up against the Purple Diamonds, we're going up against the Purple Diamonds in Mirror. And so I thought for some reason Elite Stars weren't competing or something like that. I that's what I was expecting. And then the way at the bottom of the screen it said original and then Mirror, it took me a second to know what they were doing with that. So it was a little bit hard to follow.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, are all 3 teams dancing at once? Because they would show the Diamonds, then show Elite, and then show the Dolls. So I'm like...
who's... Yeah, it was hard to tell who was competing with who.
Exactly. And I said, oh, this is round 1? Like, who do you pick?
Yeah.
And who do you pick out of... Because you... I don't know how you would have Diamonds do the Mirror with Elite, but then, like, do you pick one out of that? Then they do the Dolls, and then... I was like, y'all... y'all are losing me. I'm not sure what's going on. And this was all for the first round. But we see that the Diamonds, Purple Diamonds, take round 1 and 1.
Tanisha danced for the Dolls in the first round, and the Purple Diamonds won. And usually, and so that's the thing too, like when Miss D lets one of the girls that don't always get the spotlight, when she does put them out there, they haven't been winning, like, but it's still good just to give them the opportunity and get them used to it. But like every time we see somebody besides Michaela, Micaiah, Cameron, Faith, Ken Janae, anyone other than them, they usually lose. but we still want to see them.
Right.
You did great, Tanisha.
Wonderful job, Tanisha. But that sucks. That's why I think she's trying to get them the girls we usually don't see out more. So this doesn't happen. So when we do put them out, it's like not a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
Which, you know, Coach D, just slowly keep doing it. I give you props for doing it now.
Because she still wants to win.
Yeah.
So
I wonder how hard that is. Like, you still want to win, but you want your new girls to get spotlight. So you put them out there, but if they lose, it's like, dang, I should have went with my vets. I just don't know. It's just so much back and forth. So we also see for the second round, Michaela ends up winning that one, and of course it's all 3 teams again competing. Diamonds, Elite Stars, and Dolls. Yeah. And Michaela ends up doing her Mirror challenge, which was phenomenal. I think she did like a kick flip into like a handstand, but she did it on her forearm. Yeah. I was like, what? That was so cool.
Yeah, Michaela can do some cool stuff. They all can. It surprises me. I would love to see just their their technique rehearsal where they're trying the different like acro tricks and stuff like that. I would just love to see a little clip of them learning a new acro trick. Something like that.
You think they have somebody come in, like a gymnastics teacher?
Probably. I bet they do.
I think so, too.
Although Miss D probably still, she, is the stuff that she can do, I'm sure she, she's a good teacher for that, too. But she probably has somebody else do it. Would be my guess.
I think so, too. Because I'm like, if you're doing splits and backflips and all that, I feel like a gymnastic teacher would have to be there. But maybe not. Coach D probably want to save money. So
sometimes when they show a death drop in slow motion, it's like those girls jump so high, and how are they not killing their tailbone the way that they land? Like, I would love to see a little clip of them learning one of the girls, one of the dolls I know you can look on YouTube and you'll see like random videos of like people doing death drop, but I want to see the dolls because I want to see Miss D's specific technique of how she teaches the girls to do the death drop. And I know that also too, like they learn it when they're this big.
True.
Like they're not learning it now. They know how to do it, but
and the kicks with the death drops, the legs, they just go so far back. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
These girls are killing it.
Give me and Howard a lesson.
I'm saying.
When we come to your competition, let us go backstage.
I know.
We'll do a little lesson.
Oh, could you imagine?
I want to see you buck.
I know. They're like, you guys come out on stage, buck. I'm like, no. This is backstage only. Backstage only dance. Oh my gosh. If I did a death drop, that would be literally like death drop. I would be done. Oh, I could just imagine it. So for round 3 for the Mirror Challenge, we see Michaela. She won. Oh no, she went in for the final round, but we didn't know who won.
Yeah, not until the end.
Do you like how they're doing that now?
It's fun. I mean, I know why they do it like that. But yeah, I guess it would make more sense if they announced it right after it happens.
I don't want to.
Because you forget who you saw go last and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. I don't want to wait.
Yeah.
And did you see the same judges?
Yep.
You know, I don't know.
Well, see, again, I think it's those same judges, specifically because in these type of competitions that are put on for the show, it's a package. Like, it's a package. It's J Fever, it's the dolls, it's whoever they want to feature in this episode, and then it's the judges, and it's like a package deal.
You know what? That makes sense. That does make sense. But I still would like to at least flip it up with 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
Just give me some new eyes, something. And then now we move into the creative dance with the purple diamonds, and we see the diamonds start off with a nice little African ballet theme, and then they moved into everything else. Yeah, it was really good.
Now, what did you think? Because I know you don't like it when it's a team, because that African part of the dance was like so many people on stage.
Yeah, it was, but it looked good. If you have that many people and everybody's in sync and everybody looks great, I love it.
Yeah.
But when you have somebody who might be 2 to 3 seconds off, and you could see that one person, that's when it makes a big mistake to me. I just don't like it.
Totally. I know what you mean.
But it looked great.
Yeah, it did. That dance looked perfect. I loved it.
And aren't they known for creative? So the Diamonds knew what they were doing. I mean, they're known for creative. Oh, you know what? Sidebar. I wonder how old Shanika's baby is. Because remember when we saw her the first time, she was pregnant on the show.
Oh, okay.
I remember her being pregnant, so I wonder how old her child is now. I don't know why.
Good question.
Thought about that. Yeah, like just randomly.
Yeah, good question.
So next up is the Elite Stars of Nashville, and
they didn't do much of a thing. The dance was great, like they looked good and everything, but as far as creative, I don't know. What was it?
I don't know either. But the little baby doll.
Yeah,
was great.
we saw What's Her Pants again, Little Miss Attitude.
And she had a little cameo in her little interview, like, I'm coming to bring the attitude.
She's just, she'll eat you alive.
Yes, I love her. And then now it's finally time for the dolls to do their creative dance, which is the Beyonce-inspired theme. And Coach D's having problems with this pool. Which I don't understand why you don't think of this. It said 10 minutes until you go on, and you're thinking like, well, who's going to bring the pool out? And how are we going to get the pool blown up? It takes maybe 30 minutes to blow up a pool, you know? Like, girl, why didn't you think about this? You think the pool was just going to be there? You think she was just so, like, concentrated on the dance, she didn't really think about behind the scenes?
Yeah, that's usually her MO. That's usually what happens.
I don't know. And then all those people, I'm glad all those people helped with the pool.
Yeah.
But she was coaching the people.
I know, screaming at them. I'd have been like, then you can carry your own damn pool out on stage.
She said, wait, you got to put the bottom to the top. I'm like, Coach D, this is why you have assigned people for this pool. You say, listen, Barry, Joe, Mike, pool. That's all you got to do. not you. Can you help me with a pool? Like,
Very Joe Mike.
Get it together, girl. I was like, okay, you kind of slacking on this part.
Yeah.
But eventually she got it blown up. The girls opened it up with of course, the crazy walk-in sequence.
Ooh, and those costumes and the hats.
Yes.
The black leotards with the sequins and the hats. It's just like, ooh, I want that. I want to wear that every day of my life.
I know, they look good. I was like, oh, little mini Beyonce's. It looked just like the concert.
Yes.
Because we did that when I was
Have you seen? Oh, you went, right?
Yes, I went. I had to get information.
At the Rose Bowl?
Yeah. It was ridiculous. It was so much fun. And the girls looked just like the dancers, like little sisters. Mm-hmm. It was crazy because the entrances was everything.
Yeah.
So when the girls did it too, I was like, oh, brings your meat a little back.
Yeah.
I had a good time at the concert. And I said, oh, I wish I was here. They looked great. And of course, the dancing was on point. Mm-hmm. The dolls, they mimicked everything. Mm-hmm. And then we finally get into them in the pool, and they are just killing it. I was a little shocked because I didn't know how much water they were going to put into the pool. Mm-hmm. At first, I'm thinking, like, are you putting it up to the knees?
Because that's a huge pool. I mean, even all those girls dumping the buckets of water, that would normally be enough water to fill up, a backyard little wade pool. But that pool was probably as big as our studio.
Yeah, it was huge. And luckily the girls only
Howard and I are sitting in a pool right now just
swimming
for this episode.
Make sure you guys who are listening come to our YouTube page. We're swimming right now.
Just relaxing.
But I was like, okay, how much water is going to go into this? It's just a little bit, just enough. Mm-hmm. And did you
just enough to create a splash?
I know. Enough
literally and figuratively.
For you to get the idea.
Yeah.
Did you see how Coach D snuck in the back and was adding more water to the pool?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah. In the corner. You just see her. It was like this jug of water, like squirting the water in the pool on the floor. I was like, you know what, Coach D.
But what we were talking before we aired today, Howard and I were saying how, like, because when you watch, I saw some clips of this, of people that were at the show that posted clips of this on Instagram and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the difference that seeing them do the dance to Freedom as opposed to the song, obviously they can't license Beyonce for the episode. Right. Like, I understand that's extremely expensive. Yeah. Lifetime can't do that. Bring It doesn't have that kind of budget. They can't use Beyonce. We know that. But I don't know, like, it just makes seeing the dance done to Freedom is just it's so much better than seeing it even in rehearsal. The music that they had to rehearse to, it just kind of takes away from the dance.
It does definitely. I wonder, it's probably on YouTube. Mm-hmm. But you would think they would say no recording in the competition.
I don't think they mind. Oh. There's an Instagram page. I mean, there's a few of them, but there's an Instagram page called it's called like Edits. It's called like DD4L Edits or something like that. It posts some good clips of the dances. I know so we can see like what songs they really dance to.
Every now and then I come across a few pages on Instagram, and I'm like, do they record like actually there at the competition? But then I was like, clearly they do because I'm watching the video. Like, so it's just like some competitions we need you to record more.
Yeah. So
people out there who actually are in actually in Mississippi, record the competitions for us. We gotta see it. But the dolls did a wonderful job in that little baby pool, and they looked like they were drenched with just that little bit of water. I was like, y'all really look like y'all went swimming. Like, okay, do you? So after that's all said and done, it's finally time to hand out the trophies, and we see that the Purple Diamonds won the Mirror Challenge.
Purple Diamonds won Mirror.
Which I was like, okay. It was a tough competition.
Yeah.
Because the Purple Diamonds are a great team.
Yeah, they are. They did a great job. I can't say if I would have picked the dolls or not, because everybody did great. And from what we were seeing on the show, it was a toss-up. I don't know. If you say, judges, that the Purple Diamonds won, then okay, fair enough.
Exactly.
I'm not going to contest it.
Yeah, because it was a lot. It was a lot to follow. But we see that the dolls won for creative.
Yeah, because you can't beat Beyonce, even though I will say that I think the Purple Diamonds dance was more creative, but it's like, oh, the whole Lemonade is just meant to be like so dramatic. Like every song just puts like, it just builds up so much drama and stuff like that. To do any Beyonce song from this album, it's like, it's just gonna win. It's just gonna hands down win.
Exactly. I mean, that whole album was bananas, and the girls did a wonderful job, like recreating this. So, kudos to you guys.
Yeah, great job. Great job. I'm gonna do something silly for you guys out there if you want to look something up. Okay, so I haven't mentioned on our after show that I have a comedy dance team. Because I'm a comedian, but we have a dance team. We're all silly. It's crazy and silly, but we did a little Beyonce dance. So if you guys look up, go to our YouTube page is Liquid Feet Dance Team. It's called Liquid Feet, and we did a dance to Blow by Beyonce, and it's completely silly. So when you guys click on it and you're like, what is this? This is terrible. Like, we take ourselves very seriously, but we know we're a bunch of idiots. So take it for what it is. Yes.
Let's see some of the dance, Tamra. Give me an 8 count. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Yes! Yes!
Here it comes. This is where our dance. This is what the section that we did. This song makes you move.
Yes!
Bringing me back on the dance floor.
I'm here for it. You know what? For some reason, I want to go to a wedding.
Yes! I was at a wedding on Saturday. I was dancing in the wedding on Saturday. They had my shout out to Julia Prescott and Mike Mayfield got married on Saturday, and they had my dance team. We danced at the in the actual ceremony. They had us come up and do a dance.
You know what? You better start calling me Miss Cleo. Because I'm gonna get y'all. Listen, if you want me to predict something,
you're good, Howard. You do.
Look at that. Leave it in the comments if you want any knowledge on money, relationships. I got you.
Ask Howard. Ask him. Ask him what's your future.
She locked up. That's my daddy's side of the family. But, that's fine. Leave it in the comments. I'll predict for you. Oh, man. Well, everybody, make sure you tune in to Tamra's dance video. One more time, Tamra.
Liquid Feet Dance Team.
I'm there for it. and of course, keep tuning into us week in and week out. If you're new to AfterBuzz, welcome. We have some other great shows here. I know I do Keeping Up with the Kardashians on Sundays. Do you do another show?
My shows are ending, so it's only this one for now, but this one's going to go on forever and ever and ever.
Forever. So. Literally, we don't know when it's coming to the Battle Royale.
Yeah.
But we will let you guys know. We have some other great shows here, like Are You the One? We have Survivor, Dancing with the Stars. So welcome aboard. You guys can follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Howard III. Use the hashtag ABTB. Bring it for us to see you.
Yes.
Miss Tamra, where can we find you?
Since I shouted out my dance team, I'll just stick with that social. You can follow us on Twitter at Liquid Feet Tweet, and you can follow us on YouTube. That's the more important one, at Liquid Feet Dance Team.
We love it. Of course, we will see you guys next week.
Mwah.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
I'm going to look up your dance team.